Good afternoon, everyone. What's up, soil brothers and soil sisters? If you haven't guessed it by this image, it's Sherrie's birthday. I went to Hobby Lobby and I saw this paper and I was like, this is definitely for Black Tropical Home. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now I'm going to be working from the side just so that we can still get the sunlight in the window. Well, anyway, so I'm going to open up this Paper Studio cutter and then... Okay, this black thing right here is actually the scoreboard, so it just puts a crease in your paper, and this white one is the actual cutter. My blade is a little dull, but I haven't seen any replacement blades anymore. And so let me think, which way do I want the card to open? Do I want to do it this way, or do I want to do it... Oh yeah. So we're going to cut this at 5.5 inches this way. And it's just a general standard card size. So we want it 4.25 each way, so I'm going to cut it at 8.5. Okay, so we're going to cut that at 8.5. We're going to set this to the side. Now, like I said, this is the score part, so we're just going to move this over to 4.25, so that we're like right in the middle. And then just go up and down a couple times and get that crease up in there. Let me see if you can see that. So you can see it puts a line right in the center of the paper. So you could just fold it up like that, fold it over. It makes it go so smoothly. And then we have a background. I don't know if I want to put this one in the background. Or do I want to put it... I'm going to put this on front, put a shimmery one in the background. You know what? Hold on. You gotta figure this out. I should have cut all this in advance, but with card making, you gotta use creativity on the go a lot of the times. Let me think. Like that, maybe? Go ahead and do something like that. These colors look nice together. Alright, so for the background, since this is 4.25 across and 5.5 up this way, we're gonna cut this sheet of paper just 1/4 inch smaller on each side. So for this, we're gonna go exactly 4 inches across. Move the score thing out the way and we're gonna use the cutter. 4 inches. And then we're gonna do it at 5.25. So that's gonna sit on here. Give it a little bit of a white border all the way around like that. And then I'm gonna use some of this shimmery paper. So we're gonna do this one at we're gonna do this at 3.75 or 3 3/4. And then this one is 5.25, so it's gonna be an even 5 inches. To measure it up to make sure that I didn't make any mistakes. So it's gonna sit like that, and then we're gonna put this beautiful sheet of background paper on. I don't know which one to put because I like all of these, but since she's the one, like after watching Lead Farmer's video, I was getting a little bit discouraged about my pineapple that I had put in a glass of water because it wasn't doing anything yet, but she's the one who helped me out and encouraged me to keep going, so I'm gonna include the pineapple on the card. So I'm going to have to find a way to cut it so that it's like perfectly there. I wanted to put the bananas though too because like bananas always come to mind when I think about them. But let me see what I can do. I really should have planned this out ahead. And I think this might be a soursop on here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it. I think this might be a soursop. And then there's watermelon and all kinds of good looking stuff on here. Let me see. Man, I wanted to put the bananas on. Well, we'll figure something out. And the watermelons too, because they did our watermelon tasting throughout the summer. Let me see where, like how many inches did I cut it exactly? It's right under 4. And we kind of need it to be a little bit less than that. I need it to be 3.75. I want to put bananas on here. I can put them on the inside, I suppose. I'll figure something out maybe. So I'll cut off a little bit of the pineapple top, and then we'll get a little bit of the banana on it. So I have to keep it under 4.75. It's so hard. I'm gonna put the banana right there. Man, this is a beautiful paper. Like, I don't even want to put anything on top of it now. I have no idea what the layout of this card is gonna be looking like. Ooh, Lord help me. I need some godly wisdom right now. Hold a little bit more off the side. See, this is exactly why I come back and line it up again, because you can see like there's too much right there. But I'm actually gonna cut off of this side instead. Okay, now pick that up. Make sure it lines up properly. It fits on. How about that? Man, I don't want to like cover anything up at all. But I don't want to leave it like really plain either. Like, these people, I totally appreciate them so much. Like, I want to go above and beyond to do as much as possible to make this card like spectacular for them. I'm gonna do like a line across or something and then put happy birthday over that, or to put her name on it. Yeah, so these letters are like a little bit over 1 inch each, so we're gonna do 1 inch across by 3.75. Put this other paper in the background too though. So we're gonna do this one first. Let me get the side that has a lot more texture on it. Okay, that one went smoothly. First of all. So we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna put one of these. I'm gonna put a piece of yellow paper. We're gonna put a little bit under and in. Go ahead and use some more of this darker color instead. A little better. I don't know what to do. I'll go ahead and do that. We're gonna measure it. Make sure it fits on there, and it does. Just barely, but it does. Okay. I'll put all these paper scraps over here to the side. Let me start getting this stuff glued down. So what I have here is an AdTech Crafters dot glue runner, but I think I may have refilled this thing with a tape runner instead of a glue runner. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it still has some dots in it. So I have a few of these just all around with this there. Let me like move it to where we're exactly on the camera. I'm gonna put this up a little bit right there so you can see what I'm doing. So we're gonna, which one of these sides was cut? Because sometimes it has like little edges, like I don't know if you can see that, but the edge is a little bit raised on this because of the way I cut it. So that's the side that we're gonna glue down, so that that's not showing. I'm gonna hope I'm on camera because I'm standing to the side. Thank you guys for, if you're watching this video, I would appreciate you so very much. I wanted to do a live stream, I really did. This would have been an excellent first live stream, but then like everybody would have known that this card is being made, like it wouldn't have been a surprise. So that's why I chose not to. And I want to make a card for Ambelle as well, like I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna keep on looking, like it's way past her birthday already, almost a whole month passed, but I still want to make her something. Like she's a really, really sweet person. She's a sister in Christ. Her channel is very inspirational, very informational. I love her Tuesday, where she talks about choosing your attitude for the day, and that applies not only to Tuesdays, but every single day. We have to choose our attitude. There's no reason to be having a bad attitude. Well, reasons, there's many, but there's many more reasons not to. The Bible says that a gentle answer turns away wrath. So I've actually seen this many times, where you know how people are like just so uptight and angry for almost no reason nowadays, and they want to come out of their cars and start arguing over nonsense or inside the grocery store and stuff like that. But a lot of times, if you just answer gently, they don't even know how to do it because they're trying to start a fight, and like they're just so taken aback by the fact that you're not with that you're not trying to get aggressive with them. They don't even know what to do, so a lot of times they'll just walk away like they're in a twilight zone, like they don't even know what happened. So that's what that Tuesday really gets to, like, I don't know, do that make sense to you guys? I'm over here just rambling as I'm getting this done. I might actually just edit the video. I don't know. Well, probably not. I might speed it up maybe, so I don't know if my voice is gonna still be left in it or not. You know what? I got originally intended to put it across like this. Really sweet. She's always there to answer your questions, to inspire people. That's what I love about this community, the Soil Family community, the Greenhouse Lounge community, everyone that's on Tuesday, like all of the gardening community. These people that I found over the summer are just wonderful people. I got so much love for everybody. Move this over just a smidgen, just to make sure that it still has like an even border around both sides. And then we're gonna turn this one around and go ahead and do this. And this would actually be easier to place these glue down items on if I had my X-Acto knife. And I do have one, but I have no idea where it's at right now, because since I have the baby wandering around, I put things away so good that sometimes I can't even find them to keep him safe. He's not a baby anymore. He's about to be 4 years old already in December, but his mind is still there, like that of an 11-month-old at this time. So he doesn't realize when things are dangerous. A lot of times, like if you tell him no, he'll giggle and he'll say no, or he'll repeat, don't do that, but it doesn't click in his mind not to do what I'm telling him not to do. He's not like aware of dangerous things, and as a mother, it just terrifies me to think that what if he gets into something that could burn them or cut them or any kind of thing. So I put stuff away so good that I don't even find it. Let me see, could I possibly fit her name on here? Lowercase either. Oh man, these packs used to come with lowercase letters. Have lowercase letters, but I don't want to use bold on here because I specifically bought this color so that I could put it on here. Let me just see, could I possibly fit me an S right there? H will be right about here. It's gonna be cutting it really close because the letter I is kind of wide. I think I can do that and put this together. Should I put like a strip of this tape across? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that out for now. Let me see. I'm have to really... Let me stand more this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna go for this one right here on the edge. Very, very carefully and delicately lift it up. Because a lot of times with these stickers, since they're so thin, if you like pull too hard, they can easily get out of shape and whatnot. So I don't want that to happen. Definitely don't want that to happen. I want to make this as beautiful as possible for my soil sisters. Push it down and gently remove the lace underneath it. get it easier if I slide them from the left side. Come on. These are so thin, but they're beautiful. Like the lighting on this camera and the light in my kitchen, I put in this bulb for making it supposedly brighter like the sun, like a grow light up on the ceiling. So I don't know why it makes stuff just blue, so I didn't even bother to turn it on. Because it ain't gonna help this situation at all, to be honest. The light is dark, which is a contradiction, but I'm gonna put it down a little bit. About the angle, but if I were to put the camera directly in front of me, I'm barely going to be able to see what I'm doing. And it's going to make it even longer of a process to do it. And harder to get things straight. I'm going to be closer to the blue than the a nice live stream, but then again, I wouldn't be able to read anybody's comments either because this requires a lot of focus and precision. But I do have that desire to just hang out with you guys on a live stream one of these days. And what better way to occupy our time than to be making something while I'm doing it? Like just yesterday, no, not yesterday. Yesterday was the second one, like the follow-up. But 2 days ago, I hung out with LiQWYD on a live stream, and everybody that was there, well, I hope everybody that was there, was also participating. Like, not only in the chat, but we were actually canning stuff while he was canning too, and it was a great experience. Like, yesterday, we got on there to show what we had did, and I didn't have half as many apples as he had started with, but that's alright. So I only got 3 jars, and out of the 3, one of them didn't seal properly, so I put it in the refrigerator and we're gonna work on eating all that we're doing. And also, what was I gonna say about that? Oh, I had another jar, but I didn't make enough of the syrup either. The syrup that I made was a very last minute thing because I didn't know ahead of time that we needed it. So when he mentioned in the live stream how many of the students were gonna serve, I was like, oh no, so I had to go really quick on Google and find a recipe for it. And so I ended up not having enough to completely fill up the 4th jar. But it's alright. Like my son ate some sliced apples like nothing. Oh my word, you guys. I just finished up this card for Black Tropical Homestead, and this thing had shut off at some point and it was not recording. Oh no. I'm sorry, you guys. I wanted to totally show the entire process. I have no idea where it cut off at. But this is a card I made for Sherrie, you guys. You guys, all you who watch Black Tropical Homestead, you know exactly who I'm talking about. We all love this woman so much. She is definitely a treasure. And I just want to show you what I got on the inside so far. So I picked out this, and it has a little bit of sparkly stuff, but it's not the kind of glitter that gets all over everything. And then I put this cake on here and a balloon on the inside, and I'm gonna write something nice, a nice little sentiment for her. If she wants to read it on camera, that's fine. If not, that's fine as well. And then on the back, I went over this with a dark blue one because I couldn't find the color I was using a little while ago when I wrote a note to my son's new teacher. And so then I went back to get this green one and to go over it, but when I put my hand down on it the second time, I had smudged and smeared it like right over here. So I am so sorry, Sherrie, if you see this. If you want, I will totally make you a whole brand new card just because of this. Like, when it comes to making cards for people, I want them to be perfect, and I totally dropped the ball on that because I wasn't thinking about how it's wet. But for the thumbnail, I'm gonna leave this open like this just so I can get like a little screenshot, and then because I don't want her to see the front of the card right away before her birthday. And you know what, I could upload it a couple hours before her birthday, it'll be fun, but I would like to put it on ahead of time and then leave it private until the day or something. We can yeah, this is what we got for now, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you who have taken time, especially on a long video like this. If you stayed to the end, I really appreciate it. You guys, I'm sorry, I'm not letting you go just yet. I'm about to sweeten this pot a little bit. So we're gonna put this open right here. And we're gonna say, if you get these nuggets, don't get the minis, make sure it's actually the nuggets if you want to make this project for somebody. Got the party size over Walmart, or Wally World as I like to call it. And so these ones, they have 3 different kinds in them now. They have, which one is that even? The milk chocolate with almonds. And then they got this one that has some red on it, which is special dark chocolate almond. No, they still have 4 in it, they just have different wrappers than extra creamy milk chocolate with toffee and almonds. And then this silver one, I think this was a plain one. Yeah, this is just plain milk chocolate right there. And we're actually gonna go, let me see. Let's double up on it. This is something I used to make before when I would go to craft fairs back in the days. We're gonna set this aside over here, and I'll show you what we're doing just in a minute. So they have these treat bags at Hobby Lobby, and then there's 50 of them for $2.99. You can find this in the section over by the cake making stuff. So we're just gonna cut down it, like, we're gonna cut strips of this paper 1 inch by 3 inches, and I'll show you in a minute exactly what we're doing. I'm gonna tell you that, okay. It's still working. So that this doesn't have a pause button on it because I'll be able to just, like, do one real quick, like, completely show how to do the first one, and then I'll be able to pause it as I get the rest done and show you instead of having to make a whole nother video. But if you're still here, thank you so much for being here, for watching. I appreciate all the love and support from this gardening community. You guys are just such wonderful people. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we can get one more out of this. Line it up with the light right there. Okay, so now that we have these 1 inch strips, what I can do is take all 4 of these together, and then, does this whole thing fit on here? Apparently it does. All right, let me move this adhesive out the way. So we want to go ahead and make them 3 inches like that. And the reason I know the measurements is because I used to do these all the time, and if they haven't changed the size of these nuggets, it'll work out perfect. But if you go ahead and get the minis instead of the nuggets, their size, their measurements are going to be totally different, and I think there's less in the pack. 3 inches. And so this liquid, you take like the nicest pieces that have the fruit on them. You take it and we wrap it around like that. So it gives it a nice tropical look to it. I think these are beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. So since I'm doing 8 of these, let me pick out the best pieces of paper for you. I have another sheet of it right here. I got 2. And you guys, there's also this store called Trader Joe's, and my son and I, well, both of my children and I went in there after school yesterday, and they had these tiny little 2-inch pineapples growing in the little plants for $15.99. And I was like, oh, I got some for free. Thank you, Let's Farmer, for showing me how to make pineapples. It's gonna take a lot longer for them to grow, but we're working on it. Thanks to Let's Farmer and to Sherrie from Dash Tropical Homestead, we're getting it done. So for this, we don't use the entirety of the length for the glue, but only on the edges as necessary. And so what we do, we take this, wrap it around, and that edge right there is glued already, so we're just gonna pull that around onto the back. And then we're gonna take this and try to line it up as perfectly as we can, and so it stays like that. Doesn't it look like it's some kind of tropical candy? Like it's gonna be banana flavored. Closer. I think that looks so nice. So we got one of those, and then like do the edges on the rest of these. there and wrap it around. And then we're gonna line up these edges as much as we can. Oh man, I forgot I was supposed to go clean out the trunk today while my son was at well. Maybe I might have enough time after this. I don't know. If not, whatever, tomorrow. So I got my trunk full of stuff and my husband saw everything that I got in there. Got 50-pound bag of rice from Costco and 2 packs of waters and a tent and some other stuff in there. And my husband saw all that up in there yesterday. He was not having it. He's not on board. So I'm just gonna like go and tidy it up. Oh, and I also, this is embarrassing to say, but I actually have branches in there because at church, Pastor's wife came up with this great decorating idea where we're gonna take these twigs, instead of buying them already made at Michael's or Hobby Lobby because they cost an arm and a leg, we're gonna take some twigs and spray paint them white, and we're gonna use it all throughout the winter. Like as soon as Thanksgiving is over, we're gonna decorate the church. And so one of my neighbors just cut down a tree from the backyard like 2 days ago, and so I picked some up and put them in the trunk. My husband saw all that stuff in there, plus there's still stuff in there like games and toys from when we went to Wisconsin Dells a few months ago. And so he's not having it, like he complained. So I'm gonna definitely tidy it up, especially before winter comes upon us, because it's already starting to get cold outside a few weeks earlier than normal. And who wants to be digging through the trunk and everything in the middle of winter time? Not I, I'll tell you that much. Man, I really wanted this pineapple to be on the front though. Let me see if I can maybe just get a little bit of it on there. A little bit, no. Hold on. That would have been nice. That pineapple is pretty. Even the oh, I wasn't even showing. I'm sorry. I need to keep my eyes on this camera. So there's bananas on this side, and then there's that cute little pineapple right there. But it was just positioned in such a place where I was not gonna be able to get it properly in the picture, no matter how hard I tried. But if she turns it all the way around, I'm sure she'll notice it. Am I showing you? I'm sorry, you guys. You can keep on covering stuff up. Let me see if I. So we got whatever tropical fruit that is right there. This was just the perfect paper pad, I think. I'm definitely gonna go get some more of this. I was surprised that they had no stuff, to be honest, because lately, the last few times I've been in Hobby Lobby and in Michael's, they've been looking just as sparse as the grocery stores lately. Now, not all of them are having like problems. Like it's here and there, but like if you go shop up in the bougie neighborhoods like I like to do, they seem to be pretty well. So it all depends on where you go. So maybe if I try different Hobby Lobby locations instead of the one that's closest to me, or if I go to different Michael's, then maybe I'll find even more selection. But the last time I was inside of Michael's, it looked like they were getting ready to close because just about everything in this mall that was left and there was on clearance. And then the lady at the front, she was all alone. There was not a line or anything, and she was talking about how that the trucks had not even been bringing in supplies, even though they had ordered stuff a long time ago. Oh, for this, let me see how these are 9 3/4 inches by 2.5. So what we want to do, we're gonna get a not 2.5, 2 1/4 inch. So we're gonna take some more paper and we're gonna cut it 9 inches by what is it? 9 by 2. And then we're gonna have a little bit extra. I'll take some of this. No, that ain't gonna be nowhere near long enough. Let me see, how long is this? It's exactly 8 1/4. That's not long enough anymore to use. Although, I mean, 8 1/4 isn't bad. Let's roll with it. Alright. So we're gonna do this 2 inches across. Let me see which one of these sides I had cut, because they look like little border edges. 2 inches across this way. Like that. So this is 8 by 2. And then we're gonna go ahead and let me put some of this. It's going to paper on the back. If I can get it to be proper and not rip. Okay. Because I don't have any other use for this particular paper other than this project because of it just went so well with this paper top, so I threw that one in. And so a little bit, make sure it's on a 2-inch line and put the top and the bottom, and see if these don't rip. You can make it feel nicely. Am I still recording? Is it messy? recording we are. Okay. These are just beautiful though. They need to come out with an entire paper pack that includes these tropical things because this is absolutely gorgeous. So we wanna, since we have adhesive all over, we want to make sure our corners are lined up exactly where they need to be. All along the whole thing. Just gently. Ever so gently. And then press it down like that. Now there is a little bit overhanging here on the back, but it's alright. I'm gonna let that be. Because I don't want to mess this up. So since this thing is nice on the back, I'm gonna go ahead and let that stay on the back side perhaps, and then I'll glue the candies down on this side. So we're just gonna take a whole strip like this. Not glue, but well, yeah, this is the glue runner. We're gonna make sure we're only gonna try to make it like an inch wide because we don't want it sticking out on the sides. We'll make sure there's plenty on there. And since this piece has like that nice design folding over, I'm gonna put this one on the very bottom. Like so. I should line them up against the paper first and make sure that I'm not gonna overlap. This one's coming on. Before you can glue them down. Okay. So there's a banana there. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this sour salt in the bottom. I'm gonna do this right there. And then follow that up with whatever this beautiful fruit is. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Like I got two silver ones right next to each other. Because that's another thing that well, since I started putting matching colors next to each other, I'm gonna put these next to each other too. Put them as adhesive. I don't want to leave it where it's easy to open, but I don't want it to open itself. I'm gonna put it this way. No, I'm gonna turn it the right way. I'm gonna put that right there ever so carefully. And then this. Is that the right one? Sure, I hope so. Let me make sure. Oh, this two right here. So this one actually goes right there then. My food truck alarm is going off, but I don't need that one right now. Now, usually I put that one. Let me turn that off real quick. I put that one so that if I'm far away from the house, I need to leave wherever I'm at the moment so that I can start heading towards picking up my other son from school. And I like to wait outside the school early so that there's not all kinds of traffic jam and whatnot. And I sit out there and read the scriptures. But since my youngest son's hours just switched, his school bus ain't gonna come back until like right before my older son gets out, so I still got some time to be here, so I should take off that alarm. And yeah, I'm gonna take that alarm off the food truck and just know that if I'm ever out at this time, I need to start heading home from my younger one. His bus will be here in a while, around 3 o'clock. Press that on there, like one for lighting. I don't even know if she likes candy, but I hope so. If not, they're still pretty to look at. She could give them as a gift to someone else. Let me space these a little bit further apart because I put the glue a little too high. And I don't want to leave glue just sticking out right there on the top. I don't look really wonky. So we got it like that. And then where did I put the bags? Are they under here? What did I just do with them? Oh, mercy, I would lose my head if it wasn't screwed on. It's right here in front of me. Golly. Alright. So let me remove these staples and put them in the trash. Oh, this thing is flimsy. Hold on. Let me do this the other way. Pull them through like that. Oh, these staples are like, nope. So they're just still up in there. Let me ever so carefully discard these immediately. We do not need any accidents. Especially a swallowing accident like that would be very terrifying. And so what we do with this, take this little sheet here, just lightly and politely, gently slide it in very carefully. And I've always had a problem keeping these things open. But a trick that I learned to do was put a piece of this in between and then hold it with my other finger open. And so what I could do is put it on top of that now and just slide them in, removing this piece from the back once it starts going. Oh no, this one's coming open. Packet of candies, chocolate, and I hope that they don't come off of the glue before they get there, because I think presentation is a really important thing for me when I'm giving gifts, because it says a lot about how highly I think of the person when I give them something that's very presentable. So seeing how this piece of plastic is 2 inches and a quarter across, we're going to go ahead and cut some of this at 3 inches by and you want to do the smaller size first so that you have the least amount of scrap paper laying on the side, and when you do have scraps you want it to be bigger instead of smaller so that you can reuse it for other things. Never throw away your scrap paper, you guys. I could just, no. We're gonna use the scoring part again. So since it's 2.5, we're gonna go 1 1/4. No, 1 1/4 inch right there. We're gonna score it directly in the middle. And the line should show up a lot easier on this one. See, there's a crease in the middle right there. So we're gonna do is fold that one over like that, so that we can put it onto here. Also that's really fast. So we're going to another step at the top of that. See, this is why you save your scraps. It's too small, but this one that's big, we can put it down to size. I could actually put that watermelon like right there if I put it. This one's exactly 3, so we're going to cut it down to 2.75. Oh, I'm cutting the wrong way. I'm going to turn that one around so that we get the whole watermelon on there. And then eyeballing it this time. And then I'll measure after that, because I want to make sure the whole watermelon is on there at least. I was loving me some them when they were sitting up there trying all these different kinds of watermelon. My mind was blown because I had no idea there was so many different varieties of each kind of fruit. So this was 2.5, so 1 1/4. So we're going to do exactly 1 inch on the watermelon. Or I could do the 2 inches, score it, and then put it over on top, which also works. Alright, let's roll with it. Hold on. Yeah, because it's going to leave that little bit of border around the edge. So we got that right there. How much did I say this was? 2 inches. So right at the 1 inch, I'm going to use the scoreboard again. Right there. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. So we could fold it. And then there's going to be this soursop on that side, watermelon on this side. We're going to just take that and glue it down on top of... Oh, maybe I need to cut a little bit more. Because look how much of a border is along the bottom compared to the sides. So that's going to look tacky if I leave it like that. Man. Alright, let's cut a little bit off of this. Just a smidgen. Alright. Hope that wasn't too much. That seems to have worked out perfectly. So we got that right there. Let me get everything, make this stuff about there so I can go ahead and... If I had a stapler, this would go so much easier too. Oh, it is quite alright. It's not absolutely necessary to do that. it up to my face. I'm so sorry for that. I need to be doing this stuff where you can't see me, just in case you guys want to make some. So we're gonna put that just like that, and then we're gonna pour it and put adhesive all over them, and pray that it doesn't open before it gets to its destination. And then should do it a little bit just with a different kind of adhesive. So the other one should be the one that's in. This one just like that. Here it's from the same company, but this is tape and glue at the same time. Tape glue on it. These are $10 for a replacement 8 rolls. And so to replace this, just pop it up here. It has a sticky side where you could just open it like that. Pull that out ever so gently. Put the rest back up in the pot. And they're fairly simple to change. I used to have this other thing called an advanced tape runner. Advanced tape glider it was. It's from the Scott brand, I think. Scotch, whatever. That thing was wonderful. That was my favorite thing ever for adhesive. It was very high quality and everything, but they cost too much. And I had 2 of them because I used to have the ladies from church over to do arts and crafts night before the baby and everything. I made my own invitations to my baby shower too. But yeah. So I used to have that, but then like I said, I don't know if it got cut off or not, because earlier the video had cut off. But I was talking about how when my baby was on the way, I already knew I wasn't going to have time to be doing no more arts and crafts or anything, and I didn't want him getting into anything, so I went and sold all my stuff on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap. And I regret that so much now. I had no idea I was going to be crafting again, to be honest. But now there's like so many projects. So we're going to try to get this as centered as possible. Okay, we got everything. And then we're just going to fold this back down upon itself. And hopefully it'll hold. So we got the side like this. We got that right there. Shiny, so they're gonna match some of the wrappers. And so we're gonna put one across there. I don't know which one yet though. They don't know if it. I'll figure it out. That one right there goes nice. This one, I like that one. Can you see it from there? That was nice, right? So there's this one. Ooh, I'm liking that. We're gonna use this one. So again, we're gonna go ahead and use this to get it off of there. I don't want to leave any fingerprints on it or any oils from my finger, or if I have any loose hairs or anything. Definitely don't want that under these stickers, because these ones you can tell because they're clear. So if any little imperfection gets on it, it's gonna show up right as day. Uh-oh, hold on. Be careful, I'm gonna get a fingerprint on there. I'm gonna try to perfectly center it. We got a treat. Just happy birthday right there. We got 8 pieces of chocolate in here. And we go with the card that goes along with it. There we go. That's how you do it, guys. You want to make some kind of treat for your friends? I highly recommend these. Make something else. Oh Lord, I wish I had time to make something else. I really don't. I gotta hurry up and get something made so that when these children get here, we can eat. So I'm gonna get started on some rice real quick, and then my youngest son should be arriving on the bus. Then we gotta go pick up the older one, and that's it for now, guys. So man, I wanna make something else. The rest is really cute too, so maybe I'll get a chance some other time. But that's it for now, you guys. Have a wonderful, 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 blessed day. Bye bye. Happy birthday, Black's Tropical Homestead. We love you. And I wanna give you the blessing in the Bible. Number 6:24 says, "May the Lord bless thee and keep thee. May the Lord shine his face upon thee and be gracious to thee. May the Lord lift his countenance unto thee and give thee peace." And it's in Jesus' powerful name that I pray that over each and every one of you. May the Lord bless every one of you and have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And Sherrie, if you're watching this, have the most blessed birthday ever. Amen and amen. Bye-bye, y'all.